Bitte, bitte haben Sie Verständnis, dass ich diesen Vortrag in englischer Sprache, wo ist mein Maus hier? Aha, jetzt habe ich ihn gefunden. In englischer Sprache halte, damit auch viele internationalen Besucher der Präsentation folgen können. Dear Beetlemaniacs from the 5 continents, I call you warmly welcome to my brief presentation about the Worldwide Day of the Volkswagen Beetle. Allow me to ask you for your attention for some minutes. Worldwide Day of the Beetle, 20 years, but what is all about? Allow me to play a tune that has a lot to do with the Worldwide Day of the Beetle. It's only a part of a tune, and you will understand that it's all bound together. And I do believe every one of you love this tune. And love, is that what we have for our hobby? Love, is that what we have for our Volkswagen Beetle? So, we are talking about the worldwide event and its motivation. And the song All You Need Is Love from the Beatles was composed for the first BBC live transmission that was broadcasted to 26 countries on June 25, 1967, and its reach was worldwide. So we are getting to the Worldwide Day of the Beetle. And its lyrics talk exactly about love. That is the main motivation of the Worldwide Beetle Day. In 1982, Volkswagen of Brazil launched a campaign that used love in the slogan Eu Amo Fusca, that stands for I Love the Beetle, where the heart of the Beetle's hood was put into evidence like this. And the video of this campaign is this one. You have the lettering below. And the best is yet to come. By a lucky twist of the fate, Eu Amo Fusca ended up in Bad Camberg with a gentleman who personified love. Forgive me if I get... Let's see what happened then. That's me speaking in 1991. Then I offered a t-shirt to Mr. Lottermann, Achim P. Lottermann. He showed it to the public. And Mr. Lottermann kindly dressed the t-shirt immediately. And here is the historic picture. Achim P. Lottermann wearing the Brazilian Eu Amo Fusca t-shirt. It's a good remembrance we have of this beloved good friend. Now I tell you about the brief evolution of the Volkswagen Beetle emblem. This is the first image, original logo from the 1988 Brazilian Volkswagen Beetle Day. We had a Volkswagen Beetle Day in Brazil. And now I can show you, sorry, I did not show you, no. And this one is the new one that you can see on my back right now. Okay. Thank you. And the logo, now it has the blue lines showing that it's the globe. It's worldwide. And the lines, they are a bit more straight line. He's grown up. And you see, the heart from the hood is more reinforced. We're talking about love. We're talking about love to the Beetle and love to our friends. But how the World Wide Day of the Beetle was created? In 1991, I had the opportunity to attend the 4th International Veteran Meeting here in Bad Camberg. And I think all of you that have been there, for sure, took the picture I'm going to show now. And at that time, I was representative of the Fusca Clube do Brasil, which I chaired. I don't know if one of you do not have this picture too. It's a standard procedure. Okay. Thank you. At that opportunity, I was invited by our beloved Heinz Willy Lottermann to say a few words to the meeting attendees of a fraternization dinner. I guess that some of you, if you would have time to, would find yourself in this picture. And now, in Brazil, we have a model of the National Volkswagen Beetle Day, which is celebrated on January 20th. The picture that I'll show you now shows a small part of the cars participating of the Brazilian National Volkswagen Beetle Day in 1994 in the Interlagos racetrack. So can you believe on that? And see that one Beetle lover came with his caravan just to participate in this race. We gave 3 rounds on the racetrack. But, and you know, and this was our first Guinness Book record with 1,528 cars gathered together in the Interlagos racetrack. But 1 year later, we added 1,200 cars to this figure, and we got 2,728 cars. I don't know why the 28, but it was a huge amount. And you know, this official record was not beaten yet. It means, with accounting company accepted by Guinness, everything picobello, as you say in German. Well, and even Volkswagen, when it was launched, the new Beetle, they made a huge parade in Berlin. And they did not beat our record yet. Okay. Well, I had prepared a speech and I presented for discussion the creation of the World Wide Day of the Beetle, following the Brazilian example. And this idea was accepted by acclamation by the presidents. One of them was my friend John Forbes. I don't know if he's here, I don't believe, but he's at Bad Camberg again, and he's a very faithful visitor of this event. The following story was done at the time that there was no internet, so we had to use post, we had to send letters. The communication platform used to harmonize the definition among the international clubs was the Beetle Club of Brazil bulletin A Bananinha, that I was writing in two languages, Portuguese and English. But maybe you're wondering what bananinha means. Okay, in Portuguese, bananinha stands for little banana and is the nickname of the old-timers semaphore. So this is the clue, bananinha. As many of us, many clubs, our club magazines were DIN A4 just bent together in DIN A5 size. And I saw this all around the world. And this was our bulletin. The bulletin was sent to many clubs in several countries, and the communication channel was English, the English editorial, some words to our friends abroad, and we dealt about the definition of the World Wide Day of the Beetle. Well, the important aspect was to define the date, when to settle this World Wide Day of the Beetle. Well, we received several suggestions from many parts of the world as to the day of the Volkswagen Beetle. Many of them conflicting. It was necessary to compromise and observe choice criteria. One of these was the climatic nature. By this criterion, it became clear that adequate time would have to avoid the rigorous winter in the northern hemisphere. Another criterion was the historical significance of the day. By crossing these two criteria, weather and significance, we came to the day June the 22nd. On this day, on the year 1934, the contract for the development of the Volkswagen Beetle was signed between Porsche and the German Auto Industry Association. Bingo! That was the ideal climatic choice and also an important historical background. Well, it was settled. Details can be seen on the declaration of Bad Camberg. Mihaela, hast du die Kopien gemacht? Yeah. And those who would like to have a copy, Mr. Lottermann has some copies for you of this declaration. German and English at your choice. Well, in order to make this date, to have a more penetration, it was necessary to find anchors, to find persons that would give their name for this entertainment and then to authenticate this date. The first one was Dr. Bernd Wirsch, at that time curator of the Volkswagen Museum. His daughter is here. And Dr. Bernd Wirsch got his doctor on the Volkswagen history. So he ought to be one of the most knowledgeable men on earth about the Volkswagen history. So his signing this document is giving the approval of Volkswagen to this event. The second signature I asked for Heinz-Willy Lottermann, because as a matter of fact, from the beginning, he was the symbol of a great collector, the symbol of a knowledgeable collector, the symbol of a nice guy. So he accepted to sign this document too. The third one was me as the motivator, the creator of this day. And now, the declaration of Bad Camberg in English. Let's take a look on the original, on how it was. I'm not going to read everything because of the time. I'm only showing you some highlights. Okay, beginning in 1995, all the following June 22nd days will be considered the World Wide Day of the Volkswagen Beetle, a day in which to celebrate this dear, charming and useful car. Why June the 22nd we already spoke. What is intended with this day? It is aimed at having a fixed date to celebrate the best-selling car of the world, the car that was elected as the car of the century, and the car that was chosen by thousands of admirers to be their prized possession. Continuing, why is this day being introduced in the 5th International Meeting of Vintage Volkswagen in Bad Camberg? I think I do not have to explain it, because all of you know the importance of this day and the magnificent showcase that this day is for launching like this. And here you see the 3 signatures that are for me. I read a sentence that I wrote down. I'm going to read. And what happened today when we were with the mayor and when we were praised by the family Lottermann with a special gift, it can be resumed in this sentence. You are not really rich until you have something that money can't buy. And what we get today is something that money can't buy. I thank you very much for the family Lottermann. My best airport wishes to you. I thank you very much. I can give to all that want to keep contact with me. I have plenty of visit cards. This is my email, a.gromow@hotmail.com. And nowadays we are interconnected via internet. We can easily speak, we can easily translate when we cannot speak the language of our partner. And I would really suggest you to keep all this contact running. And I thank you very much for your attention. And I would like to ask Mr. Lottermann, Frau Lottermann, and Marcus to come here up. Danke. So,